What's going on, you guys? TBR here, back yet again with another video, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you all had a wonderful week. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at another Yu-Gi-Oh product. This time, another Final Saga Orica product, but this one is going to be very special because they actually are sponsoring today's video. Now, if you guys did not see our previous video here on the channel, link will be in the description. But we took a look at a bunch of products from Final Saga, and spoiler alert, we absolutely love them. And Final Saga themselves liked us so much that they decided to reach out and send us a full blister box, 24 packs of their first ever Yu-Gi-Oh related Orica set. Now this is going to be Battle City themed, just like those starter decks were, and it's going to include a plethora of characters from the anime, as well as their corresponding cards. And you guys already know that we're going to be opening all of them up here today in this video. But before we go ahead and get into all of that and more, make sure if you guys haven't already done so, you smash that like button and subscribe. And again, guys, this is a sponsored video, but you know how I do things here. I always try to give you my full, unfiltered, and honest opinion, no matter if it's sponsored or not. But big shout out to Final Saga for sponsoring this video. But with all of that out of the way, you guys, let's just go ahead and hop into those packs, and you guys enjoy the video. Alright, you guys, now as always, if you want to pick a box of these packs up for yourselves, link will be in the description. And again, big shout out to Final Saga for hooking us up with this box of packs. Like I mentioned in the intro, this is going to be a sponsored video, and they did send this to us for review purposes. And based on what we saw with the non-sponsored products that we had in that last video, for the Battle City decks, I get the feeling that we're in for a really big treat with this box of packs here. So let's just go ahead and without further ado and dive right into it. Now, as you guys can see here, this is going to be the box. The art on the front is going to feature Yami Yugi, as well as Dark Magician, Blue Eyes White Dragon, Pot of Greed, and Buster Blader. The sides of the box, we are going to have kind of blanks on the sides, and then on the front here, you're going to have a breakdown of what we just talked about. First of all, the Battle City pack, and then 5 cards per pack and 24 packs per box. So that's what you got for the box art. On the back here, we are going to have kind of a breakdown of what we are getting in the box, as well as some of the characters whose cards are going to be featured in this initial set. Now, this is the first set from Final Saga. This box is going to run you, I believe, retail in the US is about $60. So it's going to be a pretty affordable box. So you guys can see here, the characters featured are going to be most of the characters that we just took a look at with those Battle City decks when we talk about like your big characters, Yami Yugi, Bakura, Marik, and then Kaiba. But then we've also got some other supplemental characters and side characters in there, like some of the rare hunters. You've also got Umbra and Loomis in there. You've got Arcana. You've got characters like Mako Tsunami. So you've got all these different characters that we didn't see featured in any of the decks quite yet. Now, again, they did say that they are working on more character decks, so I'm sure we'll see those down the road. But this means that we are going to have a card pool that is going to be quite expansive by comparison to what we've seen so far with the decks, as an example. Now, as far as what we've got for the breakdown of the pack, so you guys can see here on the side, it kind of tries to explain to you. I don't know if it's going to be able to focus on text that small, but it does give you your odds. It says, per booster, we have 4 commons and 1 holo. We have a 63% chance at an ultra, a 25% chance at a secret rare, and a 12% chance at an ultimate rare. So the ultimate rares are going to be the highest rarity you're going to be looking for in this set. And then I'm not sure if it means there with the highlighted card for the 4th slot, if the second to last card is going to be the holo per pack, but we'll have to wait and see. So either way, you guys, this looks like it's going to be a really, really cool product. Now, when it comes to the cards we're looking for in here before we crack this open, honestly, I'm really looking to get some of the Exodia pieces, if I'm being honest. I don't have any of those yet. They didn't come with the Battle City deck for Yugi, obviously, so that's something I would like to have. A lot of these other cards for the big anime cards are going to be cards that came with the decks. So I've got some of those already, so the collector in me would like to see some of those, but you can get things like the God cards in here. I believe those are going to be some of your ultimate rares, and then you can get the big cards from the anime, Blue Eyes White Dragon, Dark Magician, etc. Even Arcana's Dark Magician is in here, so pretty cool stuff. Now, with that being said, you guys, I think we have talked enough, and we can go ahead and just pop this sucker open and see what there is to see. Now, this is going to be, as you can see, shrink-wrapped, so I'm going to do my best, break out the old Batman knife, and not do any damage to this box. I do like to, if I can, not damage boxes. I would like to be able to display them later, if I feel like it. I don't know if you've ever went back and looked at some of the empty booster boxes for the original Yu-Gi-Oh sets, but they go for, even just empty, quite a bit of money. So I like to hold on to the boxes. It's been something I've always tried to do. I don't rip that. So as you guys can see, those are our packs. First time I've seen the packs, so we're just going to go ahead and we can set this up real quick. Then get that folded in there. So that is the box, all built out, looking good. I don't want to completely bend it, so I'm not going to push it down there quite yet, but let's go ahead and pull the packs out of here. Now, we do have a little bit of a separator in that box. I don't know if you can see that, to keep the packs separated there so they don't get mixed up on either side. So that's kind of cool. Let's go ahead and I'm going to pull the packs out of here. And then we can go ahead and take a look at them. The art on these looks really good, but I don't expect anything less based on the fact that what we saw with the cards in that last video. I think they take everything from the packaging to the cards, everything just very seriously. They describe themselves as a group of artists on their website, and I can definitely see that coming through. What do we got here as far as some of this information? I don't think it's going to focus, but this set has a total pool of 205 cards, of which 140 are commons, 35 are ultra, 15 are secret rare, and 15 are ultimate rare. Okay, so contains the cards. So it's basically what is on the back of the box, just on the pack. So the pack is basically front and back emulating the box. So kind of cool. All right, so that is what we have for our packs art. Let's go ahead. I guess we'll go ahead and just start. It doesn't matter where. I'm kind of curious. This is the first of these I have opened. How well these break open here. Do not want to damage them too much. There we go. All right, so you can see ripping a little bit there, so don't want to, might want to grab scissors maybe even for this. Yeah, that adhesive there separated doesn't want to necessarily come open there. But that's okay. We'll see if the next one's a little bit easier, and if not, we will go ahead. I'm trying not to damage cards in here. We'll go ahead and use scissors. Okay. All right. Finally. So what do we got here? So we've got two commons. I already see our foil there. Don't drop. Stop defense there. So we got a, is that an ulti? I can't tell. I don't think that's a, yeah, that is an ulti. That is an ulti in our first pack, and that is going to be Gilfer the Lightning. All right. Very cool. So we did get an ulti in our first pack. Now, again, you are guaranteed the ulti, or sorry, hollow per pack in an ulti is a 12%, if I do remember correctly. All right, so that was our first pack. Let's see if these are all going to be as difficult for us. Because if so, oh, no, I think it was just that one. Yeah, I think it was just that one, maybe. This one popped open much easier. All right. There we go. Alligator Sword, Baby Dragon, Force Raider. I see a fusion. Tribute to the... Oh, we got... Is that another... That is another ulti. That is a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon ulti. Hopefully that hollow is being picked up there for you guys. Look at that. I'm going to try and get that effect in there. Look at how shiny. Look at their eyes. Again, this goes back to what we talked about in that last video. The art is beautiful on these. So, wow, 2 ultis in 2 packs. It's a 12% chance like we'd mentioned. So, pretty good so far. Let's go ahead and try this one. Again, I'm not quite sure. All right, that one came right open. So yeah, I think that first pack might have just been a little goofy. That's okay. These things came all the way from Germany, so. All right, let's see here. For our commons, there's a Ring of Destruction. Oh, there we go. I spoke about this earlier. So Arcana's, is that another ulti? I think that's another ulti. That is another ulti. We have hit the 12% 3 in a row. Wow, okay, that looks gorgeous. Hopefully you guys are able to pick up all the effects going on in there, and there is a bit of a texture as well. Again, their cards are very high quality. There's the backs for those of you who didn't watch that first video. Again, go back and watch that first video. Highly recommend you do so. Just to take a look at, not even to listen to me, you can put it on mute, I don't care. Cards are gorgeous. Anyway, on to this next one here. I'm going to try and get ahead of my trash here, because I can already see that becoming an issue. But so far, you guys, 3 ultis. We're not doing too bad. I cannot complain. Is this one going to give us some trouble as well? I think so. So some of these seem like they are a little bit... Yeah, some of these are a little bit sus when it comes to wanting to open up. I'm not sure if that is a adhesive issue on some of these, because some of them just pop right open. All right, I think I am just going to grab scissors. I'm going to come right back. All right, you guys, sorry about that. So I did have to go ahead and grab scissors for this one. I'm just going to keep the scissors on standby for the rest of the video here, just in case. It does seem like the adhesive on some of the packs, as you guys saw, some of them just pop right open. Some of them have a little bit of an issue popping open. So we'll just kind of go through, and if I have more issues, I'll use the scissors here. But we have Call the Haunted, Ring of Destruction. We have some pretty good staple cards there. Now, what do we got for our holo here? All right, well, I forget the name of this one, and I know it's going to come to me. Reversal of Worlds, is that right? Somebody in the comments can let me know. I'm trying to remember. Either way, that is not an ulti. That is our first non-ulti. I think, is that a... Not sure which rarity that is. It might be an ultra. Either way, very, very pretty card. All right, we're just going to keep our holos separated here and keep moving. But let's see about this one. So far, guys, no complaints whatsoever. Maybe the adhesive just a little bit on some of these packs could... It's doing its job, that's for sure. Yeah, we're just probably just going to use the scissors at this point, because as much as I like and enjoy the feeling of popping open a good pack, I don't want to completely destroy these cards. All right, so what do we got here? We have a Crass Clown, Soul Exchange. Oh, I think we might have... Is that what I think it is back there? The holo's peeking out on me. And that is a Flame Swordsman. At first, I wasn't quite sure. I was wondering if that was going to be a God card. I almost thought I saw Raw for a second, but nope. Flame Swordsman. Look at that. Very nice. I believe we already have him from the Joey deck in the previous video, if I remember correctly. All right, let's see if we can get this one to pop open. Nope. It does not want to pop open. So I think that just the adhesive on some of these is maybe just in its travels. Something happened there, the hot and cold. You never know. But not a big deal. Scissors are like $1 at the dollar store, so I think you can pull that off if you don't have them already. All right, so we have a Zombie Dragon. Another Vorse Raider. The art on these is all very, very crisp. Oh, cool. That is... Oh, what is his name? Trying to remember. Big ol' whale, though. Beautiful card. Very neat. Awesome. Add him to our pile of hollows. Move on to the next one here. I'm going to keep trying these until one of them just pops, because those couple popped right open. Yeah. There we go. That one came right open. So, some of them you'll have better luck with than others. If you're one of those people that has to be able to pop open your packs and get that instant hit of dopamine that you receive from that. Alright. I see an Insect Queen. Spoiler alert. Look at that. This was one that I did want. Low-key, Weevil Underwood, and I think it's just because of Abridged. Is a character that I sort of love. But awesome. So we got our Insect Queen. Very nice. Still no Exodia pieces, but that's okay, because we have already hit quite a few ultis. And I believe Exodia is a Ultra, so it's not even particularly rare by their standards. So, okay, now we're starting to get into some packs that are actually wanting to open up for us here, which is good. Alright. See what we got here. Nightmare Steel Cage. Nightmare Wheel. A lot of nightmares in this pack. Hey, Jinzo, look at that. One of my favorite cards in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Look at that. Love you, Jinzo. Shout out to all of those people out there that back in the day, they didn't have a Jinzo proper, they had a Tinzo, as it were. Back in the day, my brother always had the PSV Jinzo, and I had the Tinzo, as it were. So, go ahead. Yeah, these are starting to just pop right open. So I think maybe there was just a couple of packs in there that were, you know, a little rough around the edges. But otherwise, no issues. Let's see what else we got here. I think we have to have all of these guys at this point. Been getting quite a few of them. And then Panther Warrior. Getting all the Joey cards today. Flame Swordsman, Jinzo, Panther Warrior, Gilfer the Lightning. Yeah, we're getting pretty much all of Joey's cards in this video. Which, as I mentioned, he might be a third-rate duelist. But I don't know if he has a fourth-rate deck or not, because that boy has some pretty good staple cards in his deck. I believe he's one of the only characters that ran Regeki, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Low-key, Joey has some pretty good cards, and of course Jinzo's in there. So, yeah, we can hate on them all. Speaking of Jinzo, very nice. Trying to keep this as centered for you guys as possible. Another Nightmare Wheel. Still no Mystic Tomatoes, though. Lord of D. There we go. I forgot to mention that at the beginning, but Mystic Tomato I mentioned in the last video from back in my original OG Yu-Gi-Oh! Days was one of my favorite cards, and I would love to get at least one Mystic Tomato. He's a common in this set. I'd like to actually have a play set, but, you know, I may or may not want to create a deck, an anime deck of my own, if I end up getting enough of these cards. But that's for down the road. That is something that I want to do if we start playing the actual anime rules with some of those decks, because if you saw that video, again, you should probably just watch that video, because I'm going to keep talking about it. But you should probably check it out, because they do have rule books with these cards. Now, these cards in these packs, I don't think that they have the books or the rules or any of the text for any of these that didn't already get translated or put into the character books from that last video. So any of these other cards, there's a holographic Saga the Dark Clown. Very nice. But I don't think that they are yet translating all of the other cards that are in here. I'm sure we'll get that whenever they do the character decks for a lot of these cards, where a lot of these cards will be kind of represented. I'm sure that's when we'll see them translate a lot of these. But right now, you can't go on their website and download anything like you can with the decks to translate these. So you kind of just are stuck with the ones from the decks. So I guess that is one downside. I should ask them if they're planning on doing that and translating all these, but I'd imagine they're probably just waiting until the character decks come out that they're working on with a lot of these cards, and then they'll be in that. So there's our Mystic Tomato. That's awesome. So there's our first Mystic Tomato. Very awesome. Putting him in with the hollows. I don't even care. My cards. Sue me. All right, now we got a Machine King. Very nice holographic effect there. Very nice. All right, so we are just about halfway. This is, I believe, the 12th pack so far out of 24. That one ripped right open. I didn't have to do anything. That was great. So the lower we got in the pack, I wonder if it does have something to do with them getting hot and cold in transit. Maybe something to do with the adhesive, because the further down we got, that last one, like literally it just ripped open. Okay, so what do we got here? That's a cool one. I don't know what the art is for. What is that? That is an anime card. Somebody in the comments let me know which one this is. I'm not entirely sure. Getting a lot of Visor Shock. That's another one I'm not quite sure, but that is really cool with that arm coming out of there. Look at that. Now what's our holo? Solemn Judgment. Nice OG staple card. Very cool. Awesome. Some high quality cards for our holos too. Jinzo, we got Solemn Judgment in there. There we go. So that side, we're now on to the second side. Gave us some issues. The second side so far, popping right open. So maybe we're through the woods on some of the packs. All right, nice Help Homer. I believe we got a holographic one from Bakura's deck in the last video. Another Visor Shock. And a Lava Golem. That's really cool. That is awesome. Look at that Lava Golem. Such a cool card, and a good card, too, in the TCG. But very neat. Awesome. That's a really cool pull. Let's see here. I think our packs are now wanting to work with us. So, let's see. Another Dragon Zombie. Scapegoat. Very nice. Another Joey card. And Embodiment of Apophis, or Apophis, however you want to pronounce it, for our holo. Very nice holo effect. Very, very nice. We have not gotten any ultis since those first couple, but I believe that should have been like all the ultis that we should get in the box, if I'm not mistaken mathematically. So, we kind of, for lack of a better term, blew our load there at the beginning, but that's okay. Not a big deal. And again, big shout out to Final Saga for setting us up with this box of cards. Let's see here. We got, and Dark Magic Curtain. That holofoil pattern looks really cool. Look at that. Their holofoil effects are so good. And again, the backs of their cards, for those of you who didn't see that last video, they look great. But the holofoil effects that they do are so good. All right, we are nearing the end. Getting there, at least. There we go. I'm always afraid that I'm going to bend one of the cards. I have to start forcing it like that. Kind of going crazy with Bakura stuff. Oh, there we go. Another Joey special. Man, we are getting all the Joey holos today. All the Joey holos. All right. Need another Mystic Tomato. That's what we need. Yeah, see, again, some of these just rip right open. That, or maybe there's just a perfect sweet spot. But either way, not a big deal. Another Tribute to the Doomed. Judgment of Anubis and Gear Freak. Wow, we are getting all the Joey cards. That is crazy. I'm not complaining, but wow. That's wild. All right. We'd almost build Joey's deck. This is crazy. All right. What are we even missing for Joey at this point? We couldn't get a Regeki. Mentioned it earlier. We got Scapegoat. We need a... There we go. We need a Red Eyes at this point. Watch me pull him now. All the Haunted. Yeah, there's that card. I don't know what that is. And a Legendary Fisherman. Oh, that is really cool. I'm glad we got that one. That is another really cool, iconic anime card. Good old Mako Tsunami. Glad we got that one. That's really cool. That and the Insect Queen I'm really hype about, too. All right. Still, so far, though, no Exodia pieces. But I feel like we have been doing pretty well. We haven't gotten any duplicates from the packs at all, as far as our holos go. We, of course, got duplicates from those decks, but that's to be expected. That was a lot of cards. And big shout out, thank you all for your support on that video. And again, thank you to Final Saga for their support as well, sponsoring this video. There's a first enemy controller. Fake doll. Oh, that's cool. I forget his name, but that is really cool. It's just the colors on that one really pop with the holo effect. Very neat. It's almost got like a mirror effect to it. That's really cool. All right, so old man-eater bugs sitting there. Let's see what we got in this pack. See if we can get one more ulti before the end here. We've got 4 packs left, including this one. So we will see. TT, another Help Homer, and Dark Necrofear. Again, more Bakura stuff. Very cool. One of my favorite card arts in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is Dark Necrofear. Hate what they did to her in the anime. With the way they just completely butchered her. Just tore that art up. Alright, this one not going to want to open. Yep, so it's definitely not me at this point. It is definitely, every once in a while, you're just going to get a pack that doesn't want to necessarily work with you, and that is okay. Not a big deal. That's why we have And God Made Scissors. Flute of some Dragon. We have to go with our Lord of D from earlier. Oh, and there's Dark Ruler Hades, or Hades, or however you want to pronounce it. I always pronounce it Hades. And he has his horns, unlike in the TCG, which is awesome. Very cool. All right, guys. We are down to our final 2 packs. So, wish us luck. See what we got here. See if they'll actually pop open for us on the last 2 as well and work with us. Looks like this one will. But cellophane does kind of catch, though. Rip. Separate. Rip those open. Ah, Jin, the mystical genie of the lamp. I think I see a Reflect Bounder. Look at that. Remember when people used to run that because it was a light body in GOAT? I remember those days. My brother was one of those people. Shout out to my brother. He actually made it work. Some people could make Reflect Bounder work. I always found him just to be a card. But I do know people who swore by him at the time. All right. Last one. See what we get. I think we got all of our ultis in that first couple packs. Yep, and we got it with the Sangan. Look at, let's go. Let's go. I love it. Yeah, guys, that's a sick last pull. I'm not even mad. That's beautiful. Look at that. I just pop that in my GOAT TCG deck and just call it a day. Think anybody will care? That's gorgeous. Look at that. All right, wow. Yeah, guys, so I feel like, did really, really well there. Our Joey pulling skills are pretty wild. Don't look into that statement and that sentence any more than you need to. But either way, you guys, we got some absolutely stunning cards, and really it starts out with those ultis at the beginning, because we got the Gilfer, the Blue Eyes Ultimate, and Arcana's Dark Magician. Look at that. I believe that's our only ultis in here, but you guys can see, just so you get an idea again of how gorgeous these cards are. Just amazing job. So Final Saga, again, big shout out for sending me this box. Outside of some of the adhesive with the packs being, you know, our Mystic Tomato, I'm putting him with the ultis, he's that good. But outside of some adhesive issues with the box, the packs in the box, everything else is awesome. It's stunning. It looks amazing. It's just as good as what we got with the decks and what we saw there. And I want more of these. These things are great. Yeah, I'm going to need more because I need a playset of Mystic Tomatoes. But either way, guys, great stuff. Let's go ahead and get back to the face cam and talk about our final thoughts. Well, there you have it, you guys. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Battle City box from Final Saga. Again, big shout out to Final Saga for sending this box over and sponsoring today's video. And again, just like the previous video, you guys, I think that the footage kind of speaks for itself. The quality of these cards, just like in the previous products from this company we've taken a look at, is absolutely the most high quality, most beautiful art that you can ask for from a product in this line. I think that they really are doing the best Oricas on the market right now. And if you're going to be in the market for Oricas, I don't really feel like there's a better bang for your buck or a better quality product out there than what you're going to get from Final Saga. If I had any complaints at all whatsoever about anything with this product, it would be that maybe the adhesive on some of the packs didn't give you that satisfactory rip or tear that you were looking for, and you had to, as we saw in the footage, use the scissors in order to open up some of those. But even then, I think that that's a small nitpick, and that could just be your mileage may vary depending on your box. So it could just be specific to my box today and may not be indicative of what you get. But even then, I feel like the quality of what's inside the packs, it speaks for itself. And I don't think that really a few packs not wanting to rip or tear open changes anything about that, at least for me. Some people might be a little bit more passionate about getting that dopamine hit from that nice rip or tear, but for me personally, it's all about what's in the pack. And like I said, what's in those packs is absolutely impressive. And again, thank you to Final Saga for sending these over. I really do look forward to reviewing more products from them in the future. I do have some other things that they sent me that I didn't want to put in today's video that I wanted to do a separate video for that we'll take a look at later, such as the Book of Moon binder that I had mentioned in that video previous, and a few other goodies from them along the way. But with all that being said, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I've wasted enough of your time. If you enjoyed this product and want to pick it up for yourself, link will be in the description. But with all that said, if you did enjoy it, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe on your way out if you haven't already done so. And until the next one, we'll talk to y'all later. Peace.
Continue.